I'm Richard from MTCS. Today's video is about how we assess competence in the workplace. In the previous video we said that there's essentially three ingredients to competence, and they could be knowledge, skills and experience. So how do we measure those three ingredients? Well, we'll start by knowledge, and think about how you would want to assess somebody's knowledge and understanding. The simplest way is to ask them questions and see what their response is. Now, there is a skill in devising questions and good questioning, which is something we'll talk about in another video. But yeah, questioning is probably the most common way of assessing somebody's knowledge and understanding. We also have other methods, for example, examinations, assignments, tests. Those are the sort of the lesser used ways of measuring somebody's knowledge, certainly in the workplace, but it's still possible to do that. How do we assess somebody's skills? Well, we watch them. We watch them doing something, we call it observation, and that will tell us if they can do that job correctly or if they can't. We may also be assessing what we would call a product, something that they've made. If we're assessing a product, then we need to determine whether firstly it works. So if they've made something, has it been made satisfactorily? We also need to consider, has it been made according to the correct specifications? Has it been made safely? And has it been made in reasonable timescales? So observation and assessing a product is how we would assess skills. Experience is the other ingredient, the third ingredient in competence, and probably, as we said in the last video, the most important. So how do we measure experience? Well, we normally measure it by time, and that could be hours, the number of hours somebody's actually operated a piece of equipment, the number of days somebody has worked in a particular role, or the number of years that they have actually worked in an industry. And as we also mentioned in the last video, that experience is always or very often recorded in a CV, which it has its downside, the CV, because as we said, it can be falsified in some cases. When we're measuring experience, it's important that we look at what we call the range of experience, or the range of activities. So what has that person done in that period of time? So for example, if they were required to operate a piece of equipment for 100 hours, then what have they done in those 100 hours? If they just simply switched it on and switched it off, or recorded a single piece of information that perhaps that equipment has produced, then is that sufficient? So we want to look at them operating it in different environments, in different contexts. We want to see them operated perhaps in a more stressful environment. We want to see them operated on different projects. So range is important, and we will talk more about range in future videos. But essentially then that's how we can assess competence. So knowledge, skills and experience. We can assess by knowledge by questioning, skills by observation or perhaps looking at a product that somebody's made. Experience is measuring what they've done over a period of time. I hope that's been of help to you, that video, and if you do have any questions from MTCS, you can contact us via our website, or you can email us directly. And we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.